Each student starts the first hour of their club day focusing on homework with adult assistance. We have a PhD and graduate level literacy and math tutors available for those that need additional assistance. When the homework is done, that's when the fun with a purpose begins. Just like a restaurant, the club will provide a menu of options for kids to select activities. If you were going to a restaurant and you only had one item on the menu and it was tuna salad, would you return? Well, no. You want variety. Same thing our kids want. Currently, about 90% of our club members participate in some form of an academic success program. It is our goal to keep the programs challenging, interesting, and most importantly, fun. In regards to this grant, some of the programs offered will include career exploration, financial and technological literacy programs, addressing summer learning loss prevention, and older teens will even experience college visits to tour campuses and meet counselors for a taste of that college life. Can we sustain this program? Absolutely, through key partnerships and collaborations and donor support. Plus, we have already secured a $10,000 matching grant to support this program. In closing, some statistics from BGCPA that you may find interesting. 90% of club alumni graduate from high school on time. 83% of members who participate in club-sponsored career exploration programs go on to higher learning. The impact to our community. An October 2014 MLive article reported of the 15 public Michigan universities, the average tuition with room and board is about $21,000. Keep that in mind. According to a recent study by the New York Times, the average annual cost to taxpayers to incarcerate one youth who has made a bad choice is over $31,000. Please help us invest in the future of our youth and community by supporting our proposal. Thank you.
You were perfect. So you hit time's up and you ended. So great. We're going to jump right into a 70-minute question and answer.
Okay.
And I am ready to entertain the first question. Jacob.
Can you talk about the menu of options of the program?
Yeah, so we offer programs for a variety of different age groups. We have our cadets, which are 7, 8, and 9-year-olds. So they have power hour study homework time in the cadet room. For our juniors, our 10, 11, 12-year-olds, they have their power hour in our learning center. And then our teenagers have teen study tables. So in addition to that homework help time, we also bring in professionals from the community from various backgrounds to provide that opportunity to our club members for them to think about what they would like to do after high school.
Pam.
Do you have a way to engage parents in this academic process?
So that is something that we are working to improve at our site, our relationship between our parents. One way that we're looking to engage parents is being able to get report cards from our club members and progress reports so we can help track how they're doing academically in different subjects, kind of see where they're struggling and work to match them up with the tutors that we have in-house at our club or other organizations in the community. So the total cost of the program we have is $16,000, and so when we do the math and divide that by about $800 per for a club member, that's what we estimate the services to be valued at. We're looking at, on paper, 20 to 32 students, whereas the actual impact will be greater than that. For our average daily attendance between our two clubs, we're at about 150 youth every day after school. And then during our summer program, we serve over 800 youth.
I have Sonia. Do you have a follow-up question? You look like Heidi. Do you have a follow-up question? You look like you might have a follow-up. Go ahead, Sonia.
How do the students get to the club?
So students get to the club in a couple different ways. We have partnerships with local Flint public schools as also some of these charter schools. And so we've established relationships where we make arrangements for kids to get on a bus from their school so they have a safe way to get to our club from school. Other club members live close enough in our neighborhood that they walk to us, and other club members get dropped off by parents and relatives.
Do you have any other questions? The question was, have they seen a drop in enrollment with programs like Youth Quest happening in community?
So we like to look at other youth service organizations in the community, not as our competition, but that we're all working for the greater good together. So we actually have partnered with Youth Quest and Community Education at Potter to work to see how we can collaborate and engage these same group of kids, but making sure that they have meaningful, positive experiences, whether it be a movie night or a Halloween party. So in terms of seeing our numbers dip, with Carpenter Road Elementary closing and Scott closing, some of our club members did get displaced to other schools. So I would say that we may have seen a slight dip in our attendance numbers after school. But again, we're still serving over, about 150 kids a day after school between our two sites.
Are you going to add new programs to the menu, or are these the existing programs?
So we're looking at definitely strengthening the pre-existing programs we do have, but also reaching out to other organizations in the community and reaching out to our national affiliate, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, to kind of look and see where our programs are at. We're always looking to improve our programs, make them dynamic, because we know that kids vote with their feet. And so if we're doing the same programs continuously, they're going to get bored with them. So we're looking to keep it dynamic and to switch it up.
Any other questions?
You had said you've already secured your matching funds. What would happen if you guys match
I can answer that. We will run the programs anyway. We will find a way. We have, right now we have a lot of corporate individual support. We have really been working on developing a database as far as our donors and reaching out to corporate sponsors. So these programs will run because there's a huge need for our kids to have these in place.
Any other questions? Seeing none, let's give the boys and girls.
Thank you so much.
No more scaring me time.
Not now.
Great job. I'm hoping I can say that over and over again tonight. We're going to go right into our next, I'm going to say our next act. We're our next group. It's Communities First Incorporated, and they are coming in the room right now. And I'm going to step out of the way. They look like they're ready to take the stage. The stage just sounds like it's still a show, right? It is.
One evening, me and my wife, Essence, was at the Flint Symphony Orchestra a few years ago. While we were watching the symphony, we said, man, this is wonderful. We really enjoy the symphony. I don't know all the composers. I don't know everything about the Flint Symphony Orchestra. But one thing that I know is that I love when I'm there, I relax, and I just have a great time. So during intermission, the lights come up. We're looking around the crowd, and we saw something. Most of the individuals we knew there were fairly well-off individuals. Not only were they well-off, but most people had on, tuxes, suits. They had on, nice clothes, jewelry. But we saw that there was not a lot of individuals there that were from different backgrounds. And we said, what can we do about that? And that's where Culture Shock was created. Culture Shock was created out of the need because we saw that there was a need within our community to increase equity and diversity in the arts. And that's what we did with this program.
We provide unique opportunities to engage families in arts and culture and increase access for families of all socioeconomic backgrounds. As you can see in the photos on the left, that's a picture from Movie Under the Stars. We held 4 outdoor movies at Flint City Hall this year. We worked with the Flint Youth Theater to do an improv event over at at a local church where young people got a chance to be exposed to improv. We also had, we take families to the Flint Institute of Music, to the Whiting, to a variety of performances throughout the community at no cost to them. And I love this picture of the young man with his father doing an arts and craft project at the Flint Institute of Arts. This young lady is Jasmine Banks. She went with us to a performance at the Whiting called Black Violin. Stand up. And in her experience, she actually has become a volunteer along with her mother, but the most profound moment for us was when she looked over at her mother as she was watching Black Violin, and she said, you know what, Mom, that could be me one day. And to see that young lady, this young lady, inspired by the work that we do makes it all worth it. So this grant will make a difference because culture shock is an important component of our overall community development strategy. And we take a holistic approach to community development through housing, arts and culture, outreach, economic development, and environmental education. So with this grant, you will be helping other young people like Jasmine to experience arts and culture in our community.
Wilson and Jasmine. We are going to go into a 7-minute question and answer period. We're going to go into a round of questions and answers. It may not last 7 minutes, but the floor is open now for any member who wants to ask a question of Glenn and Mrs. Wilson. I can't remember who was first. I'm going to even try it. Pam, you got it. Then Crystal. Then we're going to go to the south.
Many of these cultural organizations and arts organizations have outreach programs of their own. So how does your program differ from those programs that are already happening?
Yes, even though they have outreach programs, however, historically, we have a great, unique outreach to be able to reach other people in the community that our other institutions haven't been able to reach out to. So even though they have outreach programs, actually we're helping to actually help them with their outreach programs.
And we partner with the institutions to do this. And so they provide many of the tickets in kind to us in exchange for us doing the outreach on their behalf. And we're reaching not just different ethnic groups, but we're reaching people with disabilities, people of various income levels, and then there are also just individuals that have not been exposed to arts and culture.
So for us, just being involved in the community, we have a ability to reach other people that institutions are not historically able to reach.
So my question was, what particular culture shock programs are you planning in 2016 that complement what you've already done or something new and exciting that you could tell us about, sneak preview? And also, what exactly would our grant funds go to support for those? Clearly, you've got the tickets in kind, so what cost does it go to support in the case that you get the tickets?
Well, we have the Taste of Culture event that we did last year. We'll be doing that again next year. Taste of Culture, and that's when we bring in different cultures, from around the world. Where people wear their ethnic wear. We'll have that event. We'll have Movies Under the Stars. Last year we only did 4, but with our surveys that we did, we realized people wanted to do more. So this year we're going to be adding on a few more movies instead of just doing 4. We'll probably do anywhere from maybe 6 to 9 movies. And now this year we actually have a couple new. I can't tell you yet. We have some special locations this year besides behind City Hall. That's actually going to be throughout the community in some very great places that you actually would not expect movies to happen. And that's the one great thing about Culture Shock. And I'm very excited about that.
We can't get the exclusive?
No, you can't.
Maybe if you weren't filming.
Janet, and then we're going to come down to Tyler.
Oh, and I wanted to finish answering your question. In addition to that, there are about 10 pop-up performances that we believe the funding will help us to cover. And those can be at a variety of venues. We've done Early Hospital, we've done McDonald's, we've done schools.
We just did Carriage Town Ministries.
Carriage Town Ministries.
So you're paying artists to do these performances?
A portion of the funding will be used for that, some supplies that we need, and with the additional movies for next year, there's some additional costs.
Great. Janet and then Tyler.
With the $16,000, how many, it says that you're going to reach 10,000 people. So are you going to give 10,000 culture shock experiences? That seems like a lot. Or how many people do you expect to directly engage through this program?
Well, that will be directly engaged through the actual culture shock program. So the money will be spread throughout. So just give you an idea, like the Movies Under the Stars next year, just with that one event, we can reach 5,000 people. With the pop-up performances, just the other day, we did Lock and Boombox. In 2 hours, we reached over 200 people in 2 hours. So that just gives you an idea of how many people we're able to reach in a short period of time.
I guess my question is about, you guys have your hands in a lot of different things. You're doing some real estate development, and now you're doing culture shock. What's going to happen? Like, are you doing too much is my question.
Absolutely not.
And then, okay, so that was the second question is, what's the kind of 5-year maturation of all the things you're doing?
Okay, well,
So I'll follow up on the first part of
and I'll take the second part.
So we take a holistic approach to community development. So we look at not just housing, because housing tends to be an immediate need for people. But once they have housing, they need somewhere to work. So that's where our economic development activities come in. So now a person has disposable income. So what do they do with it? So through our arts and culture program, we're trying to teach people other ways of enjoying themselves that are productive rather than destructive.
And as far as the strategic plan, is to grow the organization as much as possible.